Vaibhav. So, firstly, as Agarwal, Doctor said, I'm very happy to be here and happy that ISHRAE has been involved in developing this report. And certainly, we will be happy to take it forward and spread it and do all the things that we need to do. ISHRAE is a society of air conditioning engineers. We don't represent the private sector directly, but because many of our members and because we affiliate with the Association of Refrigeration Manufacturers, we have a good perspective of what is happening. So to give you an idea of the perspective, firstly, any change isn't welcome for an industry which is manufacturing. That is a given fact. When change has to happen, it happens because of several reasons. Some of the reasons are necessary reasons, some of the reasons are because of demand, and the main reason which often does happen, and is a strong reason, if there is a push from some kind of regulatory reason. So I believe that the ease of the private sector to move into this space of change of refrigerants and phase down would have to come from the ease of it happening. If there is an ease in change of refrigerant, if there's not much disturbance in the way that things are, that will be a far better way to go forward. Some first movers have come forward to change refrigerants to very low GWP refrigerants. And before going forward with that, I have to emphasize that the air conditioning industry has two parts to it. One is the residential sector and the small air conditioning, and the other is the commercial sector. The commercial sector has lots of opportunities for refrigerants and phase down and types of air conditioning in terms of using natural refrigerants, as well as using other forms of air conditioning which are not necessarily compression based, such as absorption cooling. And I would say in that area we have seen, because ISHRAE organizes exhibitions like ACREX every year, and we have recently seen good developments by large companies in making large chillers which are using carbon dioxide and very, very, very low GWP refrigerants in the chillers. And some of them are getting installed at large places in Delhi, including Pragati Maidan. So this is a good move forward. Coming back to the residential sector, while I mentioned earlier, and many of you know, there have been first movers to change refrigerants to either very low GWP or zero GWP. That comes with sometimes some disadvantage of low flammability. But recently, there is a company, and without mentioning any names, because ISHRAE doesn't support one technology or one company or the other, there has been a development last year of low GWP refrigerant to replace R410, which is the ubiquitous refrigerant in small air conditioners everywhere. And it will be an easy replacement. It is not flammable, and it will have GWP as low as 35% of what R410 has, which is something like 700, which is not a bad figure. And if it has the ease of easy replacement, there would be the private sector would come forward to accept that, and let's see how the development happens. The other things which should happen are standards and understanding the use of these refrigerants. So I'm happy to tell you that ISHRAE will soon be taking up this development of standards and study and research, depending on organizations here in India and also depending on what has already been done worldwide, because good studies are available. And we should conduct such research in good institutions like the IITs for the laboratory tests for that. And ISHRAE is very shortly going to become a standards development organization, which will mean what standards we make can be fast-tracked to become Indian standards, national standards. So that will help in all this procedure. We also will work very hard on installation, commissioning, and practice, because that's a very key important factor. I would like to see the cooling action plan related to energy. And I'm aware, and Dr. Sir will also know, that there will soon be a relation between these two things about labeling air conditioners for efficiency as well as their GWP potential, which will be the right way to go. And then that will encourage lots of proper action in this regard. Small air conditioners like the window air conditioner, they are safe to use with mildly flammable refrigerants, of course, mentioning clearly that they should be well maintained. On the other hand, I would like to see, and industry is encouraging, the move towards central air conditioning, where we can really bring down the load substantially. We can go for things like district cooling, which can use other forms of air conditioning. So I think we have got lots of encouraging ways forward. Industry will move forward with the change. There's no doubt about that. When will it happen and how will it happen? I think there are lots of positive factors coming up, and I'll stop with that now, and we can answer some more questions. Yeah.